Hello, this is Aaron with Yesterday's Games, and today we're going to be coming back to play Dishonored. And in the last episode you saw we went through and we beat the first level. We had no detected and didn't kill anyone, and that's kind of a first step to getting that achievement there. And we're going to attempt to do that in this next episode for level 2, which is going to be taking out High Overseer Campbell. So let's jump in and get started. When we start here, I'm just going to let Samuel talk so we can get a little bit of the ambiance.
It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. Man walks through one of those and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. And there are the real odd birds living on the fringes like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. I don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
So, there's a few extra things on this level. Samuel was hinting to him, Granny Rags, and kind of skirting around the city here. We're going to be a little more straightforward and get through. If we kind of go off into the weeds, that really gives us a much higher chance of getting spotted by somebody, and we want to kind of keep this as easy and straightforward as we can. So starting out here, gosh, we can see up there they're chucking a few bodies off the bridge here, which is a bit unpleasant, but probably necessary, if you think about it. So here's our first guy, and we think about giving him the old sleep dart, but shouldn't be necessary.
1, 2, 3. Good. Keep them coming.
We'll peek around the corner. Now I'm going to be really careful getting past these guys, but I'm fairly certain they won't see you down here, especially if you're sneaking around.
1, 2, 3, heave!
Oh, stupid guy.
So we're going to sneak up and take this guy out because he's mumbling to himself anyway, so they're not coming. You come with me.
This is a special announcement from our
nice thing if you hold F as you choke somebody out right at the end. That'll mean that you pick them up.
With regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the
I don't think she liked how I'm chucking that body around.
Remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce
Sorry,
order
I can't help you.
and
I don't know this area
wherever
well.
necessary. We owe our thanks to High Overseer Campbell for the generous loan of their services.
Alright, so we have a little storyline stuff there. We've got
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The following businesses have been closed and impounded by the state due to contamination. Barrow's Barbershop and
doesn't
Surgery,
sound nice.
the Duke and Dancer Ale House, it's a printing firm.
So you see here now, from the first level, we've now got some special powers. We can do a little short teleport. You'll see us do that up here. That's going to be heavily used throughout this episode, as it ought to be. But yeah, we can hear some announcements coming over. We've got the Spy Master talking about how awesome his boy Campbell is. We're gonna see if we can maybe help remove one of his key players. But we're just sneaking around here. A couple of guards in the streets. They're not bothering us. We don't need to bother them. Consider taking a detour, but again, the more that we detour off, the easier it is for us to get spotted by potentially another guard or an NPC somewhere, and we really don't want that to happen. So, looks fair. Let's teleport down here. It's always interesting. You hear a little bit of the time warp as you teleport there. Because presumably, you know, you're moving really, really fast as you teleport through. So, kind of a first non-guard characters here. We don't want them to see us, so give them the old dart. I may not kill a lot of people, but my aim's still pretty good. So, if anybody finds him, he might be a bit alarmed now. I'm looking to see, can I hide him back here? Maybe can I hide him over there? Nah, that's not really going to work. Let's kind of continue on. I think, you know, maybe can I leave him up on this overhang? Not really going to work either. A little bit of indecision here, trying to figure out, you know, hey, I've got this guy. Where the heck am I going to leave him? Gotta get past his pals over here.
50 years old at least.
Basically, just, you know, killed a guard and trying to.
Get his old ass. I can't even remember the Empress. We tagged it plain. Under Clavering Street is ours.
Yeah, they're basically going, hey,
What's the take?
how do we split this guy's goods?
20 plus 2 elixir.
So, not proud of this, but I have some serious indecision about where to hide several bodies here. And it takes a couple of minutes. But we're going to skip that, and here we are after I've figured out where to hide them, which is pretty much in that little shack on the right there. And we're good to go. Nobody wants to see me kind of going left and right, back and forth, walking around with the same guy slung over my shoulder, trying to figure out, like, hey, where do I leave him? But let's move on. Next section, we see our boy up here, Martin, locked up.
Hello. I hear the second day is when the skin really starts to come all the way off. Is that true? Or is it the itching?
I didn't really care for his speech.
What a sight you are in that mask. I know who you are and what you're here to do. And I can help. Unlock me and I'll buy you a drink in a couple of days.
Feels good to stand up straight. Thank you, Corvo.
What you're here to do tonight is of the highest importance. We've got to find Emily. So kill Campbell and make it quick. Once it's done, search his body for the journal, his notorious black book, and get out of there. Campbell is meeting with a guard named Kernow, and word from my informant is that Campbell is going to poison him. Maybe you can use that to your advantage. All right, I won't be of any help here, so I'll make my own way back to the Hound Pits pub. If I see Samuel the boatman, I'll tell him to pick you up in the backyard, behind the office of the High Overseer. May all the spirits guide you, and may our enemy's head hit the floor without you taking a scratch.
I like how you can hear a little bit of snoring from the guy I got over my shoulder now. Big step to take away. He thinks I'm gonna kill him, but just soon we're gonna hear some of the guys talking about the way that we're gonna dispose of Mr. Campbell. But I like the little touches in this game. I really like, again, that we can hear that guy snoring as we knocked him out.
I was just reading in the archive about the Heretic's brand. It sounds painful. Have you ever seen the ritual?
I've never seen the Heretic's brand used. No, it's a rare occurrence. But I did spy the face of one so branded. A former member of our order, of course. Out on a retreat, we passed through a fishing town.
So those two guys are having a good chat about a thing called the Heretic's brand. And it's a way that they excommunicate the Overseers, which are kind of this militant religious order in the Dishonored universe. And, well, as you can guess, we're going to have to go and track that thing down. And somehow, we're going to have to get a hold of our boy Campbell and give him a new face tattoo with that. But for now, you know, we'll sneak around here, get past these few overseers here. Always hearing people stepping on rats in the background. There must be quite a few of them. So I'm looking there, trying to decide how far I can go. Definitely don't want to get spotted, not kind of in a early spot like this. That guy's kind of coming our way, but we'll be just fine. I swear these guys wouldn't notice me if I was, well, I am right in front of them, so. There's a lot of places you can use the blink teleport when you don't really need it, and I like to try and keep it easy where I'll go, look, I'm gonna use it when I need to, like here. But if I can kind of jump and climb over something, I will do that rather than kind of blinking everywhere you can go. Now I've hidden the mana and health bars because, well, I'm not really going to need the health bar. And the mana bars are going to be just fine because I'm letting this recharge in between uses.
Yes, of course.
Well, they're not real optimistic guys, are they? You know, can the city get any worse? Of course. But let's carry on. Can't imagine it smells great in this sewers. Oh, we take a little backtrack to make sure that there's nothing up on that platform that we can loot. Because again, I'm not using a whole lot of goods, but you know, never hurts to be fully stocked up on darts and everything else, just in case we might need them. Again, health potions, but strictly not necessary. Alright, nearly there. Let's have a little peek through the door. Looks clear. Alright. I think this one to the kennels. Looks like it goes to the outside. Take another peek out here. And yeah, this is from the outside coming in. The kennels is the way to go. Let's get on through.
Do not let your keen eyes wander tonight, boy. There's word of bad men about. Here's a good boy. Good boy, Justice.
Seems kind of a predictable name to call the dog Justice. I don't know what they mean about bad men. Do you think they mean me? I think they might mean me.
Settle down, man. It's only me. Boreal's gone to the flooded district and all the rest of them. So it's just me tonight. What? Look at me like that.
Grabbed some goodies there. Seeing if we can open it up, but again, don't really need to. Eyeing some of the flashing goods on the ground there.
Who's that, Regal? And that's Ratter, isn't it? How are you, boys?
Alright, again, this short range teleport comes in super handy. Not so short, but short enough range. So he's coming down and teleport over here. Oh, we got company. So I think, you know, hey, let's go back the other way. Looking all right. Oh. Ooh, who's this? Sick Hound. Vicious. This could be kind of interesting for us. And so I'm thinking, alright, can we open it? No. Can we do something? Where can we go? Let's get on up here. Oh, make a mistake here. Very nearly ruined the whole thing. But we're able to scoot around the corner before he notices us. And you see there, he's got kind of the 2 out of 3 bars.
Rats into everything.
I don't know what kind of rats he thinks that was. Kind of a man-sized, crouching rat with a sword and a, you know, crossbow. I don't think it's any rats that I know of, but well, not putting him out of his misery. We will take him with us. And again, holding F to pick him up. Right as we do this, what we're gonna do is pop up here and leave him on the dog cage. Cause why not? There you go. Have a seat. And I'll take your bullets. I was ready to leave, but I saw this and I said, well, it'd be almost criminal not to go ahead and release these guys. I love the kind of creepy music. So there goes our vicious hound. And we have a little break here. No worries, had to end up saving the game, but let's come back to it. This is picking up right where we left off. Checking back the other way. Our dog has just gone around the corner and is, you know, given a guard. What for? So you don't see it here, but he killed somebody around the corner to the left. So that overseer's like, had enough of your business. We're gonna have to take out this dog. Now I could take this guy out, but it's gonna be easier for me just to wait for him to move along, jump down, and move on. And then I don't have another body that I have to, you know, kind of pick up, drag somewhere else to figure out where to take him. Now, haven't done this before. That eye is so easy to spot. You come over. This is kind of Campbell's little room of secret chamber, which is good for some looting. And you know, we'll take everything that's not bolted down. Not everything, most everything. But moving along swiftly. Let's move up into the main compound, which is going to be a mite more difficult than what we've faced so far. So, got overseers all over the place. We're going to have a peek out this one. He thought he saw something. Glad he didn't. He thought he saw something. We're kind of doing the hand wave here, saying, don't you worry about it, Mr. Overseer. And we're going to do a rather gutsy move where we follow him up the stairs. And that's where we're going, is up on that lamp. But we've got to get next to Buddy Boy here. And, you know, there we go. We can get right up on top of there, but to do it right as he's watching might be a poor decision. So we're going to just wait. And there we go. Always prudent to kind of get out of potential line of sight, because he could be coming up there. Have a look over to his left, and boom, he sees us crouched there. Like some kind of murderer. Which we're not. We're clearly doing a non-violent playthrough. But they don't know that. So we got a few conduits here. We're jumping around, and lo and behold,
Did you get caught in the lockdown
branding
last
instructions.
6 hours. Search the place top to back to the...
Let's get down here. Branding heretics, like, it basically says, yo, if somebody comes against the overseers, you know, yo, let's brand them. It's pretty much that, but all we need to do is read that, and that counts as us knowing where it is, which conveniently
one man feared throughout the Empire.
isn't real
He's
far.
as skilled as they say. He got through there with half the watch looking for him.
He had help, yes, but how far does it go?
The trail goes to Martin,
but Martin knows everyone.
Ooh, talking about the conspirators. I'm looking around here now. There's a couple of guys that come through this room. And, ooh, spooky, right? Interrogation room. There's one of them. Now, if we leave him alone, when we come in and we brand Campbell here in a little while, they're going to come in and raise the alarm, and that we can't. That I cannot have. So I realize, you know, makes sense. You cannot climb a chain while carrying an unconscious guard, but you can teleport, which is convenient. And I make a bit of a dog's dinner of teleporting around here. Apologies for that. Throwing people on the ground, hitting them with the door. It's like I've never teleported before. It's the first level we have it, so maybe we'll give me a pass on that. You see me checking over there. Other guy's not in yet. And have a rest. So there it is. We have the Heretics brand, which means that and I don't know if we'd like chuck that in a back pocket or something, but we are ready to do some branding. So I'm trying to decide, like, hey, where should I leave you? Does anybody come in this room? I honestly don't remember, but he should be safe enough right there. Decided to come this way to say, look, can we get out this way? Taking a peek down that hall, there's another guy that patrols down that hall. Another statue. This one's without the secret button. Alright, so we're here sneaking around like some kind of cat burglar. We're still on that lookout for that second guy, because again, we do not want to get burned by him. Now some more indecision here that I've cut out. He never turns up, but let's move on to kind of the next little position that we're going to be in. Sometimes they like to come out and look out over the square, and if you're creeping past the window, it doesn't end well for you. They pretty much see you when you're that close. So here it is, the meeting chamber.
Bunch of children playing games, that's all it is.
A few goodies laying around. Now they've got two. Now it's interesting. He mentions the niece Callisto. Now she actually tipped us off. She's working for the.
Probably found a safe place to hole up and all.
Safe place to hole up. She's with the Resistance, and she actually asked, "Hey, he's gonna poison him. Campbell is gonna poison him. Can you make sure that? Can you help him? Can you make sure he doesn't die?" I'm saying, of course.
One of the servants must have been in here. Let me see. It seems I have the wrong one.
These guys really fiddle around with the keys for a little while, but nice little lead up that lets you get ready. I know exactly where I need to go. Now you see me having a little moment here where I say, you know what? I've done this a few times. I want to make sure I get it right.
Here we are. Now if you
Let's make sure that we get this, because if I got to do this again, man, I don't want to wait through that whole speech.
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant.
Oh, I see.
What did you say your sister was? Oh, such a chopper.
Oh, that was slick. Now at the end of this video, I'll put together a brief montage of the different tries that I had to do to get that right. And I tried that from. It was a little bit rough to chuck them out like that, but I had to try from different angles. I leaped down from the top. I was under the table. All kinds of stuff, but you know what? In the end, we got them. Didn't take too many, and now that we have Campbell, and we got Kerr now out of there. Let's get to Brandon. Again, who wants to walk around? Let's have a little peek to make sure nobody's gonna interrupt us. Another peek, no, good. Just being safe. Making sure that. All right. Now I do know there's another guy around here. Where the heck he is, I have no idea. And there he is, he presents. But it's always good to eliminate the different possibilities. If you know that you've got a guard cruising around, and there's places you can hide him, for example, on the balcony. Grabbing the sleep darts. But I figure, you know what, if I shoot him right in the middle, somebody could walk around and see him pretty easily, and maybe we'll wait for him to kind of go and we'll gather out the window. But if we can kind of remove one of the pow, there we go. Now, unfortunately, he just chucks out in the middle of the hall anyway, but we grab him, no big deal. Now nobody notices, hey, there's weapons laying around. Who left their sword on the ground here? Now, that was a little bit unnecessary to go all the way out there, but come in here. We're going to put him with his friend, at least behind this door. But yeah, if you can remove one of the guards, one of the variables from the equation, you're going to have just an easy time of getting stuff. Now, poor Campbell here. We just chuck him against the chair first. Get a little closer and press F. No one's coming. Hey, Campbell. Now, target neutralized. Basically, all his people will recognize him as being kind of supposedly outcast for a good reason. That reason might be me, but that's all right. They have no idea. But yeah, if we can eliminate one of the variables that is saying, hey, this guy might walk in and see a body that I've left, or he might see me, and we can eliminate that out of the possibilities. Let's do it, especially if we have a safe place to be able to kind of let them sleep it off, But yeah, so now we have Campbell taken care of. Anybody, the other overseers that see him are going to know that, hey, he's been excommunicated for some reason or another. Little short jump over here. He's been excommunicated. We don't want anything to do with him. That has effectively taken him out of the game, as it were. And we didn't have to kill him. But I love down here where they're like, we've got a safe place for to leave this guy. And it's a dumpster. You're welcome, Kernow. At least his niece is going to be happy about it.
Rat, damn you!
You have to think that these people would probably be quite short with the amount of rats that they have, because there is a rat plague going on. Things would be pretty serious, I would imagine.
Please, she's my sister. She's not a witch.
Ooh.
I know her.
Out of the way. You expect preferential treatment just because you are her brother? She will burn. All witches must.
I'll read signs from your entrails.
How don't you think? Did we get spotted here?
You appeared as if from nowhere. We would both be dead if not for you.
We are forever in your debt. I cannot thank you enough.
I must get my sister to safety. But first, I may know of a way to thank you. There's a safe in the bunkhouse. The combination is 203. Take what you want, and good luck.
I'm like over there, thanks man. Now, I don't know why it switches me, but I'm like, I'm not gonna need this grenade. I mean, we're just gonna need some teleportation. And well, as tempting as it is to have, yeah, I wonder, is there anything in this dumpster? No. As tempting as it is, as I derp around here trying to get up, as tempting as it is to have something else to steal, again, all this is doing is delaying the, it is kind of delaying the, you know, we might get, you know, spotted. There might be, you know, there's other guards that we're gonna have to deal with, and you know what? It's gonna be a lot easier for us just to move along, and additionally, we don't really need anything. I can teleport. I don't really use, I don't use all the weapons and stuff that I've got now. It makes things fairly easy. We don't have to scavenge everything. Now, here's a little spot. You can just pop the window here, drop down, and grab a little bone charm rune thing that's kind of grinding away there. But it's all good. Again, not something that that we expressly need. We're gonna have to take a look around. There's a guy over there, but he's plenty far away. Make a quick jump over here, and it looks like we're home free. Now, I very nearly make a big mistake here and fall off and die, but thankfully the game catches on there. You can hear me drink an elixir, because that's R right next to F, which is grab onto the chain.
From the way I hear it,
Nearly
Campbell lived
bit
a
the
pretty
big one.
posh life. Maybe it's not my place to say, but men of the faith shouldn't live like barons. Are you ready to go?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
ready
let's
to go. Let's see how we did. Bingo. Now there was one body found, but never detected. I'm not sure where that guy was. It might have been that guy right in the beginning, but hey, it's all good. Well, that does it for me. Thank you for watching, and like if you like, sub if you haven't subbed and you want to see more like this. But that's all for now. Thanks for stopping by.
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant. I don't understand how this got so